For over 140 years, the majestic Star Barn has stood as an icon of rural farm life in Dauphin County, Pennsylvania. Handcrafted by dedicated artisans without the use of modern tools and techniques, and proudly raised in 1877, this stunning work of craftsmanship, often called the most recognizable barn in the country, has suffered significant damage from neglect and encroachment. The future of the Star Barn was bleak until DAS Companies Incorporated purchased the barn and its property in 2014, specifically to save it from becoming relegated to a historical footnote. DAS and its founder, David ABEL, have made the preservation of this vital historical link a cultural and spiritual mission.
We're just stewards. We're just caretakers of this property, and it brings us great joy to see how we can keep making it better, keep enhancing it, so that we can bring back the life of an 1860s barn or the life of an 1812 barn. We believe we're preserving a piece of not only the land, but of history.
Whether we look at the tithe barns of France and England from the 10th and 11th and 12th century, or we look at structures that were built even later or built here in America, they've always been the cathedrals, or had the opportunity to be the cathedrals of the countryside.
They took the time to make arched head windows for the lower portion of the barn. They took the time to put in Gothic windows in the hog barn and the chicken coop. They were building for the next generation.
For years, the Star Barn has been prominently featured in the National Register of Historic Places. Maintaining this status throughout the relocation of the Star Barn was absolutely critical. Helping to maintain that designation has been the Pennsylvania Heritage Museum Commission, an important partner throughout the process of planning and overseeing the disassembly and restoration of this precious historical artifact.
The Star Barn and its very unique Gothic revivaled outbuildings date from the 1870s when Colonel John YODER purchased the Walnut Hill Farm as a showcase for his beloved horse breeding business. I will share that DAS is committed to maintaining the Star Barn's listing in the National Register, a commendable goal and certainly a deserving recognition for so special a building.
As with any project of its kind, communication and coordination with local officials was crucial. DAS and West Donegal Township worked together for a common goal to see the Star Barn resurrected in Elizabethtown.
It's a great way to keep that heritage alive that is so much a part of central Pennsylvania and Lancaster County in particular. Not only does it become a good economic venue or asset for the community, now becomes a cultural asset for the community.
Employing dozens of skilled artists and craftsmen from across the nation, the Star Barn and its many outbuildings will be meticulously disassembled, transported, and painstakingly restored, piece by piece, to their authentic 19th century appearance at the Ironstone Ranch in nearby Elizabethtown. This vibrant hallmark to rural agricultural life will be available, as well as educational programs that provide students with an understanding of what life on a real working farm was like in the past. The relocation of the Star Barn will pay homage to the architect, carpenters, and tradesmen who so skillfully designed and built it.
It's a square rule frame, which is a method of carpentry that was developed in the United States around 1840. It took people with training to build this building.
It took craftsmen. It took people who were exceptionally good at what they did. Someone took the time to find these guys.
Already, the magnificent Gothic cupola, the most recognizable part of the structure, has been carefully removed and is being restored to its original patina. Moving a 19th century historical landmark requires decidedly 21st century techniques. The technical aspects of disassembling, cataloging, transporting, and reassembling the Star Barn structures, while ensuring complete integrity of the buildings, are a dizzying exercise in logistics, coordination, artistry, and management. Coexisting with the Star Barn will be other nearby associated buildings from the same period, as well as another similar barn and corn crib, believed to be designed by the same architect. For the skilled craftsmen who are tasked with restoring the Star Barn in a pristine condition, there are no shortcuts. In a two-day festival environment with help from the community, Each bent will be raised and set in place to form the bones of the Star Barn. The Star Barn Raising Festival will be open to the public. The Star Barn's new home at Ironstone Ranch in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania, was marked with a groundbreaking ceremony on March 18, 2016.
Welcome to Ironstone Ranch and the new home of the Star Barn Farmstead. We've been looking forward to this day for quite some time now, and we're excited to be able to share it with you. After countless meetings, plans, and revisions, we finally have the opportunity to realize the dream of the restoration and resurrection of the famous Star Barn right here on Ironstone Ranch.
It is both my wife TIERNEY and I's great honor to be a part of this amazing move of what I call an icon, a window into our past.
And the careful reconstruction of the barn and its associated buildings has begun. In time, the Star Barn will share its home at Ironstone Ranch with the property's existing, fully restored 1860 farmhouse and barn, as well as other culturally significant structures from across the region, including a second historic Lancaster County icon, the original barn from Belmont Farm, now rechristened the Cathedral Barn.
Unless the Lord builds the house, or the barn, or the structures, they that labor, labor in vain. This is really a special verse to us. Honor the Lord with your capital and sufficiency from righteous labors, and with the first fruit of all of your income. So shall your storage places be filled with plenty, and your vats shall be overflowing with new wine. This is part of the new wine here.
Back after the Civil War, when John Motter had the barns built, the stars were put on as a sign of hope and prosperity for the nation. You know what? We need that today.
For the Star Barn, what was once a bleak future is now filled with hope, love, and respect for a piece of history that can never be replaced.